Live from New Romulus, it's the Darkmom Consortium with your host, Rondo Mookie.
And Rondo Mookie sings a song of greeting. You have to have a little fun with it. Hey, Kadargo, how are you, sir? Long time. Guess who showed up in chat this morning?
Who?
Tack. He's
very cool.
Yeah, it was. I didn't go into Discord with him because you know how loud he gets, and I get loud along with him, and we'd both be loud together. So I just kept it in typing back and forth. But that was really fun. I haven't seen Tack in a long time, or heard from him. But all is well in Tack land.
Very good.
How is everything in DT land?
Yeah, a nice day out today.
Oh, well, we had rain until 3 o'clock, rain-ish. And now it's turned sunny, and we're supposed to have 3 or 4 really nice days. Kadargo, how is everything out in Kadargo land?
Yeah, very good, Kadargo. But, and you chose today, Pimp My Starship Thursday.
Excellent day for that.
Which, unfortunately, I haven't really worked on a torp build, so I don't have a ton of experience for that one yet. But maybe somebody watching can help out.
Well, I wasn't thrilled with my torp build, and I'm going to switch it into a cannon build.
There is a trait you need for the torp build to work better.
That is the... Hold on. I wrote it down.
Ceaseless Momentum.
Ceaseless Momentum. That's off the...
That's off the Cleve Lowy ship.
I don't have that one.
Or you can get it off the exchange.
Ooh, speaking of cold dark days in the UK, Kadargo, I had to do a business conference today with somebody out of Vancouver, British Columbia. And I've never talked to this person. He's the head of sales. He comes on and he's talking, and I'm like, is that an Australian accent? And he goes, oh my God, everybody thinks I'm from the UK. No, I am from Australia. And I'm thinking, sounds just like WC. He really does. It was so weird. So we had a nice chat about Australia, and then he goes, yeah, everybody thinks I'm from somewhere in Britain or around there. And I'm like, no, you guys don't sound at all alike.
No, he doesn't sound like. I can't do it right now. My voice is just a little out of it.
We'll just get WC to do it.
Yeah.
Well, I would actually guess that by now it's a cold gray night there in the UK. So today we're going to play a little Pimp My Starships, and I thought we'd do some of the god-awful gravity kills because, you know.
I did mine yesterday, but yeah.
Well, I was busy getting myself a blue belt in Hapkido as opposed to doing anything practical like playing the game. And my toe is still broken from Monday night, which you expect. And the other woman in the class, older
So don't
girl,
you have to do a demonstration when you get your belts, or?
Oh yeah.
So you're walking around with a broken toe.
Yeah. And your point?
That felt good.
It actually wasn't bad. This one doesn't hurt as many of them. Thank you very much, Kadargo.
What we need is for you to kick board.
Well, we were doing certain things, and they told us, close your eyes, and somebody's going to attack you. So because I'm bigger and I'm black belt already, they had one of the other black belts do the attacks on me. And then they decided to let one of the other students, who's younger than me age-wise, but technically outranks me in Hapkido, do some holds on me. And she put some enthusiasm into it. And I tapped out really fast on one of them, and I'm trying to shake it off, and Grandmaster's like, are you hurt? No, sir. He goes, are you trying to be brave? Yes, sir. Are you hurt? Yes, sir. He goes, do you want to step out? No, sir. Shaking out the hand, going, sensations will come back to it eventually. It was a good lock, though. A little enthusiastic.
Yeah.
But no arguing, fine lock. So at this point, I've got probably 6 to 8 months as a blue belt, then a year plus as a brown belt, a couple of years as a red belt. Yeah, it's life. Maybe by the time I'm 70, I'll have my black belt in Hapkido, and nobody will want to attack me anymore because I'll be too frail. I'll be hitting them with my cane.
Get you, you little whippersnapper.
Let's see, what is the name of the cane? Jipangi. Traditional weapon. One of my favorites, too. All right, somebody was complaining that there are a lot of holdings in the KDF Armada in dire need of fleet love, especially fleet mark love. So let's see, we got the Flaming Targs here. Flaming Targs need fleet marks in not a lot. They need stuff, but they don't need fleet marks. Give it some Spire provisions. Go! Go, Spire provisions, go! But, doing martial arts is fun. As you're right, it's human origami, and this one in particular is human origami.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I think I have to do an event. Oh, I have 45 minutes before I have to do the red alert, so we will do that. So are we going to work on your ship tonight, or what?
We're going to work a little bit on my ship. I mean, I got some ideas of what I need to do, and I got to figure out why I can't get the stupid officers out of the mail. My Romulan.
Are you filled up?
I don't think I am. Let's check. Because there's not even a message telling me that I can pick them up, so...
Apparently you're getting to be
apparently I am full. Apparently I am full.
Apparently you're also famous, because Cardahargo says, is that the famous Darkthorn? I saw you in Augie's YouTube video today. Which video were you in?
Oh, he did a video on his tanking competition point, and I actually can kind of keep up with him with my tank.
Wow.
Not consistently, but I can kind of keep up in some of the runs.
Wow. That's pretty impressive. I can't do that.
I'll get you there, because you know what else I pulled yesterday just for you?
What?
Augie did a tanking video using a legendary ambassador.
Oh, yeah, I am starting
you liked the ship. I figured, you know what? So I took some notes down. Figured I could work from it.
Hey, would you be interested in doing a really quick ISO with me? Would anybody like to join? Just so I can get an idea where this Nandy is. I really like this build. It's a cannon build. It's not anything spectacular. Mostly rares and ultra rares.
Sure, I'll join in.
Nothing's epic. I take that back. Apparently I have one PvPT that's epic.
I gotta take a run. I guess I can take my Romulus to New Romulus to become awesome officers. No way I can't get officers up.
This one's KDF, so.
I can't do trade-in on New Romulus, can I?
Are you a Romulan?
Yeah.
Yeah, why couldn't you?
I didn't know if there was an officer thing.
Up in the embassy, I believe there is. Or, not the embassy, the command center.
Yeah. Sounds like I would be going to the command center.
Yeah, I'm right there, so let me take a peek and see what's in there.
What
are you looking for?
Well, I gotta trade in some officers to get some room, or I gotta dismiss them outright, so...
Let's see... I think there is... The thing is, half the things are split between the flotilla and this, so let's go take a look here. There's a duty officer store there. Is that what you're looking for?
I'm looking for an assignment to basically trade in.
Is there one?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
I think I know where to look. So
I know there's a couple of things that are duty officer recruitment. Yeah, it's a console, not a person.
That's fine. Because I'll trade in the underperforming officers.
Okay.
I think I know where the console is.
Yeah, it's in the big room to the north of the center area, kind of on top of where the ship.
I'm right here.
Oh, well, it's right there. That's the one right there. Yeah, Cadargo, you're more than welcome to join us. It's ISA, not ice, so it's... I don't think this tune could handle ice.
I think this one could, but I kind of want to get some
Well,
baseline before I do.
I'm on a Ferengi Nandi, which, I'm finding is a nice maneuverable ship, and it's very handy for a lot of things. And it's one of those, if I put the T6X on it, is it worth trying to turn into something else?
That will really be up to you at that point.
Mm-hmm. Well, I switched out one console. I put on the pre-fire chamber for the cannon damage,
Mm-hmm.
which it's only a Mark 12. So again, a couple of things I can upgrade from here. If I'm in a decent realm, if I'm, let's say, 30 plus, I can probably take it up from there. I'm going to assume I'm 30. But, at what point do you make that decision to spend the money and the time to upgrade it? Can a Nandi ever become a heavy hitter? No. What's the most I can hope for it? 100?
You'd be better off for a heavy hitter if you want a Ferengi ship getting the Quark Marauder.
Okay, I have the coupon. I could get the Quark Marauder.
That's a lockbox, so yeah.
Didn't they have the
Mud's Market, it's still a lockbox ship.
Right, I've got that. I bought myself the package, and I haven't used it yet.
Okay.
Because, do I ever use anything I buy? No.
Yeah.
No. Okay, I've got some upgrades there. I've got a lot of stuff here.
Around here.
It's someplace.
Yeah, there's a mailbox somewhere around here.
The mailbox? Oh, it's over there. It's in that corner. Right there. Right here. Here's the mailbox.
Ah. There.
Ooh.
I now have some crit stacking officers want to use energy weapons.
Nice. I've had fun with this tune lately. I'm trying to get her through all the missions. Maybe we should do some missions tonight, too, just for fun.
Probably should.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I definitely could get rid of some of these greenies here. Look at all this. Look at all these freaking greenies I've got. This is crazy. Never like it when I've got Gorn as medics. You always have to wonder.
Yep.
Congratulations, Admiral.
All right. Let me team you. Oh, what do you... You're not KDF.
No.
Fine. Fine.
If we get 5 people, we can do it private.
I'm trying. What's your name? MAEC?
Yeah.
There we go. Right, sent you an invitation there.
I've accepted this invitation. They should have Romulans, no matter what alliance, be able to team for themselves. Oh, by the way, something very weird.
Yes.
You know how I bought a bunch of superior Romulan operatives for this build? Turns out one of them was Klingon aligned. I can still use them.
Wow. That's interesting.
So your Romulans, don't matter what faction the duty officer is, if they're Romulan, if you're a Romulan, you can use them. I mean, I went to the tailor and it's like he's got Klingon costume options. It's like, that's strange.
All right. If anybody would like to join us, give me an X in chat. Just need 2 more people.
2 more bodies. Come on.
Come on, you wanna?
It's
E or
advance.
A?
We just need. Hey, I'm willing to try this as an A for the moment. Well, I think I can do enough damage for a good E run. I figure A is a good place just to start, get a feel for it.
Lexer says, right now? Yeah, right now. This is Isa. It's going to take 2 minutes. Hey, Wolfie. Oh, are we in private?
Yeah, we're in private, so anybody can join.
No. Are we in private chat? We're in closed stream chat. I'm going to move us. There we are. We're live, so people can talk to us now. Ooh. Lexers might join us. Yay! Woot woot. Hi, Wolfie.
And when commercial break comes up, there's something we may have to talk about for a minute or two, for a couple minutes.
Uh-oh. That sounds ominous.
It is.
Uh-oh. You could Skype it to me.
Yeah, I can, and I will Skype it to you.
Okay. Hi, Sav. The way your microphone cuts in and out when you're typing, it sounds like you're going letter, 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 letter. My husband types that way, and I have no idea how he does it. And he's really fast, but it's straight finger poking at things.
I'm actually typing fairly quickly, so. It's in your Skype.
Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about. No problems. Think it's handled.
I don't think that was handled because the forwarded thing was today. So
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I got it like 3 hours ago.
okay, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay, we got 4. We need 1 more.
One more, folks. One more.
One more. Come on.
Might as well ask Boom.
Because I got to have a full group here. Boom asked if we were doing I or A or E, and our answer was A, and I haven't heard from him since.
Yeah. I mean, this is just a general grab, people. So we need one more body. Come on,
I got
a body.
Oh, great. Mar Hawkman's going 1 sec, and Boom says I can join. So Mar Hawkman, Boom,
Okay.
I don't care. Whoever wants to join us is fine with me. Okay, let me send Boom an invitation. Mar Hawkman, no
Oh,
problem.
You forgot the patch. Yeah, you're good. It's a short patch.
It is,
still.
but I'll send Boom an invite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to get an idea where I am for the baseline on this. I like the ship, but if it's garbage, it feels like it's got power, but you know how that goes.
I got a couple things to upgrade on this ship before too long, but I just want to get kind of a base for it,
Let me know when you're ready, folks.
I think I'm ready.
Well, I kind of meant Boom. He wanted to try something else.
Well, I'm trying something else too. But yeah, I get it.
Yeah, well, how effective any of us are going to be is kind of the question here.
I can drag Boom into the chat.
Yeah, you
I'm gonna do
could.
that.
Okay. Wee wooing.
Figure this might be a little quicker.
Yep.
Hey, hi. I have a Ferengi Nandy with a cannon build. I just wanted to get an idea where it was for DPS. I don't know if it's 15 or 30 or what. But it's a nice little ship and it's a nice little build. And if it's any good, I thought I'd play with it more. And if it's garbage, well, then I still like it and the heck with it.
Then you're avoiding the trouble if it's garbage, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it can't be any worse than this science ship that I'm low-key building with nothing at all on it.
Oh yeah,
I've
I can.
I've basically just gone, I've heard of that ability, I'll spot it.
So apparently I was in Augie's video.
Yep, apparently.
Which video is this?
His tanking video today.
Oh, I didn't watch it all, I kind of just clicked through it.
Probably in the run at the back, so yeah.
I'll have a look later.
I was taking notes on what he did. I'm applying a couple of things. I'm going to make a tank experiment later. This ought to be fun.
Seven, 6. Hey, you know what really helps? Is when I actually hit combat log.
It does help.
Yep.
I've already started.
Oh, thank goodness. One of us is smarter than the other one.
All these things is not like the other.
I wasn't thinking. I'm so used to somebody else doing it that I've gotten out of the habit of starting it automatically.
It needs work.
Yep. Let's have a look. Wow, I've not seen that DPS in over a year. I got 39k.
Oh.
Bear me. DT 107, Mom 22.
Okay, so not as good as I thought.
107 for a new build on an ISA. Or I'm literally scrambling to survive with this particular ship.
So, with only 22, is it worth trying to build it into something, or should I switch over to the Marauder and try and build that up? This is a Ferengi Nandy. I like the maneuverability, I like the speed, and I like its cannon build.
Wow, just looking at all all the mines that are currently behind me, they're just constantly spawning. What the hell?
They do that.
That's
There's
interesting.
like 30 of them. Where were they when the battle was going on?
You have to You have to have reallocate mines and click that when you need it.
Yeah, I was using it. It's just got a really slow cooldown. But isn't the Nandy's meant to be quite a good cannon platform? Isn't it?
It's a nice little ship. I mean, it's a tier 6 ship. It's 4 up front, 4 in the back. Nothing spectacular. The only thing it's a little weak in engineering, but 4 science, 5 tac, and that's without the T6X upgrade. Good evening, Mr. Dave. Nick, can you post that, Boom, when I get a moment?
Yeah, give me a sec.
Thanks.
Loading him.
Cadargo's curious what he got.
Well, 106, but the ship flies really well. I think with a good tank, this thing has the potential to be something. Intel station.
Excuse me one sec. There we go.
Okay, I need to load in rapid.
That's not bad. Cadargo, 117. Yeah, 22 isn't particularly good, but at least I've got a baseline to decide.
I think you can build something out of it. I really do.
Well, you know what? If I build it on this and I'm not thrilled, I can always switch out and get the Marauder because I've got that already,
Yeah.
and move everything to that.
Most of it's going to be the same there. So
Yeah. Somebody else was saying they had the Marauder and they liked it.
Yeah. Okay, right now we have. Alright, we're in a fleet mode guide, tier 6X. Couple of little things to upgrade here and there.
Probably would help if I took off my beam stuff and put on cannon.
Yeah, unless you're doing preferential targeting, which. Do I even have that trait on here?
I do not have that on here.
I got 2 ships I'm going to have to run. Okay. First thing to do is train my character in Rapid Fire 3.
That would be good. What am I running here, just out of curiosity? Is that plasma? I am running an ultimate plasma.
Second point, I'll probably have to go over to Jason and pick up that Chema Site 1.
Interesting. Wow, not a lot I can add on this one.
Oh, Mom, you'll be proud of me.
Yes.
Do you want to know the name of the tactical officer I'm using on this build, the SRO?
I'm sorry, say that again? I was laughing at Mar Hockman.
I picked up an SRO for this particular build.
Standing room? Oh, okay.
Actually.
Yes. You mentioned that.
Do you want to know the name of I gave the tactical officer?
Go for it.
Rena Kev. Spent all that time hunting for her. I'm going to put her to work.
Mar Hockman, I've already started in with the sucking for the evening, so
and
no
technically
worries.
she joined the Alliance. She's actually in my Cargan's crew in that, because I replayed that episode along with Van Ziel, so apparently she lived.
Wow. Oh, that one. Yeah, let's do gravity kills, because I have to do 2 of them, one of which I might do tomorrow morning. Just to start my weekend off sucking. So, anybody up for gravity kills? Besides Mar Hawkman? Mar Hawkman, do you want to go Federation or KDF? Okay, got 2 people. Federation or KDF, folks. I'll go either way, or if we can get 5, I'll make it private. Okay, Mar Hawkman's a Fed, so I'm going to switch over to Federation. Got really quiet.
I'm saying I gotta do 2 ships, so I gotta do traits on two ships.
You know what? I will grab my Federation Ream, and at least we'll stay with the theme here. But hold on a second. Is that a good idea? It's not that maneuverable of a ship. Maybe that's not a good idea.
Gravity kills won't give me a ton of experience on that, so I'm probably better off doing patrols or taking a tank and just tanking for the big ship.
There we go. I'll take my Vulcan out. She's in a more Gumo guy type ship, and that's fairly maneuverable.
I'm going to take the tank out, and I'm going to sit near the flagship and protect it.
Okay. Alrighty. Let me get some teaming going here.
So I'm going over to Evolve.
We got 4 folks. Anybody else like to join us for a Suckerama here? This is interesting. Hey! How are you, Connor Malcolm? Long time, sir. Long time. Well, the nice thing about gravity kills is it's a great equalizer, Mr. Dave. We all suck at it. Anyone?
I don't know. We had a pretty good run yesterday, didn't we, Bill? Of course, we went in basic because we didn't want to deal with it.
Yeah, that's what I intend to do here. Oh, that's interesting. Let's see if that's the cause. There we go. Oh, no. Jeep. My ship status was in the wrong spot, which was really annoying. Wow, all these awesome little cheers, Mr. Connor. How are you? Yeah, everything's okay. Slowly getting better, I hope. Oh, while I was driving yesterday down to class, I decided to stop on this side of the state line, which is Indiana still. And I walked into the gas station, and it took me a moment to figure out what was wrong. They didn't have masks on, because they dropped the requirement for the collar counties for everything except for Indianapolis and around Gary. They've dropped the mask restriction. So, people had faces, and I realized it's been almost a year since I saw people just walking around with a face inside a store. It was kind of freaky.
You go, I can't take this, and run off.
It was cool. I'm like, do we not have a mask restriction here? And they're like, nope. Got dropped like 2 days before, and I'm like, how sweet. But here in Indianapolis, it's still kind of high levels, higher than they want, so we still have restrictions. But pretty much all the restaurants are open with like 50 to 70% seating, and they're going to open up some of the zoos and stuff in the next couple of weeks. Well, it looks like it's just the 4 of us. Shall I launch this?
I'd say queue this up.
I will queue us up on normal, though, because, what the heck. Oh, wee woo. Wee woo?
We will.
Oh, thank goodness. So what have I got here? I've got Krieger Wave. No, Isolated Plasma on this one.
That's quite good.
I like it. Connor, I got my shots. Everybody except one person at our office has their shots. But they're at the point here where they're just giving it to everybody. If you're 16 or older, you can do it with parents' permission. If you're 18 or older, just show up and we'll do it.
I gotta show up somewhere and start getting the shots.
Yeah. But the thing is, I don't know that it will ever go away. Just like the flu doesn't go away.
You know, sometimes when you're asking on some of the Star Trek Online either subreddits or on the Discord channels, for the Reddit Discord channel, that it's difficult to get a straight answer out of people.
No, really? Yeah, I think.
I was just asking a question on one of them about swapping a torpedo around, and they said, "Oh yeah, you need to replace all these consoles." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not asking that. I'm asking about the torpedo."
That's exactly it. I was trying to get an answer on something, and they never got to the question. They always stayed with what they were talking about, and I just wanted a yes, no, please give me an answer. And I couldn't get the answer.
I think that it's funny because I was on there the other day, like at lunchtime, just looking at something, and they were all bitching and moaning about, you know, people who don't take their advice and ask too many questions. And I was trying to, I think I probably mentioned this to DT the other day actually, but I was trying to play devil's advocate with it by basically going, in all fairness, people could just be asking those questions to learn, not to contradict you. So I understand why some people do it often enough that it perhaps makes the rest of you a little bit bitter about it, so you're already on the defensive, but give people the benefit of the doubt. And they were just like, no, if we've told them this, and this is the only way to do it, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I'm kind of like sitting there, like, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, like, I know, like, let's say, for example, DT's and my builds, for example, reasonably similar, although he's scoring a bit higher, but predominantly, they're reasonably meta builds. But kind of before that, both of us didn't have meta builds, and we were getting 200-300k plus.
Yeah.
So there's clearly more than one way to skin a cat. So that's why it's really annoying.
It's one of the things.
Straight answer.
It's actually one of the things I like about the game is there's multiple ways to achieve your goal. There is not a single winning method.
Yeah. But it's so when you kind of like umming and ahhing over one specific thing like this, and they're answering everything but the question you've asked, I'm just like, come on. And then if you point out to them to just go, I'm specifically just asking this, then they just get arsey with it, and they're just like, well, we're just trying to improve, and if you don't want our help, it's like, I do want your help. That's why I've asked, but you're not answering the question that I've asked. It's like, Christ. It's like dealing with IT people. Hey, seriously, I work in IT, and it annoys me when I'm talking to IT people that I don't directly work with, because you can answer a question and they don't give you a straight answer.
Oh yeah.
It's just like they'll go, well, why are you doing it like that? Why are you not doing it this way? Because you could do it like this, you do it this, and then they just ignore you. It's like dealing with IT people but on a different scale.
It really is.
And I work in IT, so trust me, I know what being spelling's like.
Okay, where the heck is the Jupiter now? There it is.
Lock on me. Like I said, I'm kind of making sure.
That's what I was looking for.
Jupiter.
And yes, Connor, this is what the new normal will be, except until we get tired of it, and then we'll be like, eh.
I'll change normal.
Yep. I mean, it will come to, we will tell our grandchildren. Well, I'll probably never tell my grandchildren because I probably won't have any, but you guys will tell your grandchildren.
Way back when in the day, we went to school uphill,
both ways, yes. In the snow.
In July. Because we had school every day of the year.
My grandmother was reasonably young during the 1918 Spanish flu epidemic. And she's told us stories about all aspects of her life. That was never one of them. Because they lived in the country and they weren't affected at all. Of course, this is back in the day when if you lived in the country, you didn't live near a lot of people. Oh, come on. Let me get the stupid particles. I'm trying to get the darn particles. There we go.
Still think we need to get a shirt for Master Kill says get the effing particles.
Oh, of course you collected enough. It took me all that time to get the darn things. Take the damn
And now you're going to
particles.
have to do it all over again.
No, I'm giving you the particles. If you don't want them, that's fine. That's up to you. But I'm giving them to you, and you better appreciate them. No. Nope. Don't die. Don't die. There it was. Okay.
Yeah, and drop the base sheet.
It has fallen back to the black hole. Yep. But Connor, we are a very social species. We will find ways to create a new normal that everybody likes and can live with. Because honestly, we're just really difficult people as human beings. Or human beings are difficult people. No, don't die. There we go. But you know what's really interesting about all of it? People had to stay isolated. People had to find ways to entertain themselves. They had to not hang around with their friends. We're nerds. We're perfect. We will survive. Oh. We will be the dominant species.
Are you saying we're cockroaches?
No. Cockroaches can survive radiation. We're not that good. Oh, I like this ship. Definitely needs to get beefed up a bit if I'm going to keep it. Precisely, Connor.
Oh, you want to be, since I'm beefing up the same sort of ship, you want notes when I do stuff?
Sure. Well, we've started playing with one Mogai of mine. This wasn't it. We were playing with a different one.
Which we're kind of following what I'm doing on mine, though I'm going further on mine.
Yeah, but this is a science tune. This is a little bit harder to make the ship work.
Yeah.
Okay, so the funny thing is, though, Connor, we'll be the dominant species, but only for one generation because we don't reproduce. Sad but true.
Then the jocks take back over.
Let's see if I can actually collect anything here without getting myself killed.
I don't think we have to collect anything.
Oh,
think
are we
it's
collected?
just wiping out, or, yeah.
Oh, good. All that happened while I was dead.
Died?
I died a couple of times, yeah.
Well, Jupiter has really high health, so I did my job.
Yeah, I noticed that. Okay, what have we forgotten here?
Nothing. We had to wait for the dreadnought to come in.
Ah, okay.
They should arrive in less than 30 seconds. Assemble at Jupiter and prepare to repel them.
Aha! Because we have to have a dreadnought at the end. Yes, my bad.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
The Zinkethi dreadnought group is arriving. Engage!
Hello, big boy.
We have destroyed the production facility.
Well, that was exciting.
Much work to be done. Zinkethi are relentless.
Congratulations.
Yay!
Quickly and decisively. Until that day, fight.
Yeah, what does my ship do? It gets hit and it just walks out, just sort of floats away.
Well, that was exciting. Okay, that wasn't really exciting.
It drinks in damage and it knows things.
It does. Wow, do I really want to keep that? Yeah, maybe I'll keep those two. But the bigger question is, what's in the box?
What is in the box?
500,000 EC and 1,000 DIL.
No head in the box.
No head in the box, no. Wrong game.
You know what would be what would be fun for just April Fools? You know how we had the Smurfy package, the jokey Smurf packages?
Yeah.
You get something and it's holographic Curlin head.
Oh, God. You should send that to them. That's great. It's sick, but it's really funny.
That's why I said holographics.
It's still sick, but it's still funny. All
You're
right.
Okay, folks, let's put it up to you. Do you think I should send something to the devs?
Yes.
Requesting for next April Fool's a holographic Curlin head in a box.
You have to go and see Curland anyway, so Don't you have to see Curland on?
To get the Darkmom,
Yeah.
We have a Curland here.
Well-
No, Curland head in the box.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. When you open the box, it goes Curland heat.
Ugh. And then if you do that properly, if you know what's going to happen, you have to make yourself a Gwyneth Paltrow tune to go open the box. Just to turn it around. What are we doing, folks? What are we going to do next?
Well, Boom, what's your ISC cooldown?
How's yours?
Mine's all set. I
Mine
did
says
some
3
changes to the
minutes.
tank. I did some tank changes, so...
Three,
I was-
3 minutes.
Okay, so not really enough time for me to jump over to my Romulan and do a patrol and see if I can get to tier 6.
We can do that right after this. How's that?
Yeah. I have 2 ships to get to, I should say, 2 ships to get to tier 5. For important trait work.
Okay, so I guess we're going to be... Make all the players into preservers for one day. That would be really weird. I think we should get rid of the...
No. We become Iconian heralds.
I think we get rid of the heads-up display for one day.
No.
I actually
No,
would.
no.
I'd like to play as a herald. Actually, that would be kind of cool.
I have a good one.
Yeah.
Instead of a spaceship for TFOs, you're out in, or when you're not in space, you're in an EV suit with a hand phaser.
Ooh, that's what we need to suggest to them. Rather than ground fighting, how about we do ground type fighting in space, where you've got your little jetpack, because
Or
we've
we
got
do-
that, and we get to shoot
get-
at each other.
Got another good one here. We just switch the map. When you're in space dock, you're in a tiny spaceship, and when you're in space, you're just a person floating around.
I think that would be great.
I don't think I think it'd be too much work, but I think Curland in a box would be better. Curland here goes a weasel.
Are you joining us, Mum?
Yes, I am.
Do you need
Okay.
to change characters or?
Nope, I'm on it.
All right.
It's Cutthsaw.
Well, if you want, Mom, I will go over some of the notes on the Augie build, and we can see stuff that you might need.
Okay. Well, we were talking about switching it off from the Problem to a ambassador, right?
Well, I was trying to convince you for the Odyssey Dreadnought, but we can do it in Master, yes.
No, I'm sorry. I thought we talked about the ambassador.
Well, you like the Ambassador, so
I'm
like I said, I looked at the build stuff for Augie's Ambassador tank, and I think we can adapt some of this.
So as an example of the miniature rant about the Discord thing, we were just discussing with someone on the side about critical chance, and they went, "Oh, your critical chance, which at the moment on this Gagarin's 47%."
wow.
You're going, "Oh, it's way too low." And I've gone, "Okay, then what in your opinion is a good critical chance?" They've gone 100%. Anything less, and you need more. So I've replied with, "Okay, give me a non-hyperbolic answer, please, because that's not useful." What is wrong with these people? Have they all got sticks up their ass or something?
Yeah. The funny part is, who are we going to listen to? The people on Reddit or somebody who we know did like 1 million on a DPS run?
Yeah. Well, the thing I found with Reddit is you ask this question. It's a nice boxed question. I need a Boolean answer. Yes, no. True, false. And the answer you get is subjective artwork. It's all this floaty stuff over here. And it never answers the question.
No.
Lexers is asking if you can wait 4.5 minutes for him for ice.
Couldn't
I'm
wait
waiting.
4.5 minutes. It probably would take that long to pop anyway, so.
Yeah.
And it's probably about time to run a commercial real quick, too.
Oh, yeah, it is. Absolutely.
So, Lexers, you're getting your 4.5 minutes. Don't disappoint us.
All right. I suppose I have to run the commercial now, right?
I suppose you do, yeah.
Yeah, this would help, though, if I was in the right thing.
Yeah, because I have to go.
That's weird. Okay.
So I jumped over to mod view. I'd have to do a lot of other stuff here to get
You'd
there.
have to work. Okay, folks, we're going to take a 3-minute commercial break. We will be right back in 3 minutes. Don't go away. And we are back with the Darkmom Consortium getting ready for a nice something or another.
Oh, I forgot.
What?
She's Mom. I'm Dark. Together, we're the Flaming Targs of Grethor.
Yes. Trying to find some nice leather motorcycle jackets that we can do little rockers on it and a couple of flaming targs. Okay, we can't really do a lot of costumes this year. I don't have time, and I don't have a decent sewing machine this year.
And we don't have the budget.
And we don't have the budget.
You guys got to help us with the budget, man.
Yeah. Hey, do you like the commercials? No? Give us money. Otherwise...
Exactly. We got to earn money to do this stuff.
Yep. And book 2 got severely delayed today because I almost wound up going to jail because my downstairs neighbor thought it would be a great idea to crank the Lincoln Park between 4 and 7.
Everything you say to me.
I don't mind it at work because the guys who are doing the welding have got the music on, but I'm up on the 2nd floor and I can hear what's going on down on the engineering floor. But 1, he's got good speakers. 2, the building's not shaking. And it's loud enough you can hear it over the noise down there, but not so loud that my floor is shaking. It was not what I wanted to come home to today. The peach preservers, Natalia. How's that?
All right. So, somebody wanted to join us.
That would be Lexers. He asked for a
Right.
minute at 7:59. So,
Lexers, your time's up.
Yep.
Come on.
Well, he's there.
Huh.
Somebody just has to invite him. Oh, come on. Give this poor guy some Ketracel. Dude, he's just going, need my Ketracel, man.
Dude, need to fix, man.
Yeah, really.
Just enough time you over, man.
And we're back there. I had to change screens again.
Lexers, put an X in the chat when you're ready.
I don't know if he's in here.
You know, so I'm not in that chat, but I can see him on the fleet channel.
Okay, yeah, he's not in our chat. He's just in the fleet channel. And he's had 2 minutes, almost 3, so give him an X. Smack him upside the head. We still need one more for ice. Anybody want to join? Merhawkman? Cadargo? Mr. Dave? Satalia? Connor?
Come on, we need DPS. Come on, folks.
Let's see, while we're sitting here thinking if there's anything I can do to upgrade. I can upgrade that, but I'd rather wait for an upgrade weekend.
Yeah. I would have thought there would have been an announcement of an upgrade weekend.
Sometimes there is. Problem is, it's not always.
I mean, we just got off the Lobby thing. You figure that they would.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting right after Lobby weekend comes.
Comes away. Suspend your Phoenix, I should say.
Yeah, Lobby, and we're doing a dill thing. Maybe it'll be next week because we did the Lobby, now we're doing the dill.
You mean the Phoenix, actually, but yeah.
Yeah,
I said
Phoenix,
Lobby.
that thing.
My fault. Yeah. My fault. Too many freaking currencies in this game.
Yep. Alright, do I have anything else I can switch? I already did that. I've done that. That. I have to reconfigure all of this, which looks like it's been changed ever so slightly. Oh, I know what I was missing. My photonic officer.
Apparently everybody's got to go change Klingon because Lexus is playing a Klingon.
Well, I don't have a ship I can...
Not happening.
Yeah. Oh, my photonic officer was already there. Rally point marker. What do I need? Engineering fleet. I need to put that in down there.
Well, on this desk, I got some 2-part epoxy clay filled in the chips. Now I gotta go get like some good sandpaper and sand out the rough spots a little bit. Probably a little orbital sander.
Used to have a nice one. I don't anymore.
There was a nice one floating around the house, but somebody doesn't know where she put it.
Oh no. You can't let the dog use the toys anymore.
Oh, I know. I can't let the dog or the mother use the toys anymore.
Yeah, now that I have a very small apartment, everything goes in the one spot it's supposed to be in, because otherwise I will not find it later. And then I go back
Yeah.
home to visit my husband, and it's like, why don't you put it exactly where it's supposed to be?
I think we're going to send Mom a picture while we wait.
Sure. All right. Anyway, we are at, where are we at? We're at about $1,500 raised towards Vegas, I think is what I came up with last time I looked. Maybe a smidge more, which actually is not a bad start for it. We will be putting up a GoFundMe this weekend if I stay home. Also, if I don't stay home, I'll put it up.
Mom should have a message on her phone now.
On my phone?
Yeah. It's the easiest way. It's easier for me to take a picture of my phone and send it directly that way.
Oh, sometimes it takes a few minutes. There it goes.
Takes a few minutes, there it goes.
It does. My son would love that. Blood Angels and Space Marines.
Blood Angel and Ultramarine.
Excuse me, Ultramarines. My bad. My bad.
Yeah, I think your son disowned you if you got the names wrong.
Just as a quick one, Max says he's spun up a new tune to do something with. He wants to know if he can join the fleet.
Sure, absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah,
Can I
heck
invite
yeah.
him?
Yeah, you should be able to.
Yeah, invite him.
Everybody
so
should be able to invite people.
So as a question, how the hell do I invite someone?
Is he in chat or do you have him in game?
He's on your friend list. If he's on the character on your friend list, you just right click
you can
on
do
his
it from
name and
that.
invite to fleet.
Yeah, it's just right click invite to fleet.
I only have invite to TFO, ignore and invite to team.
You know what? I'm not in the right.
It might not be that character.
I can't. I could invite, but I'm in a
Hold
different
on.
fleet at the moment.
I could invite, but I need like an X somewhere for it. I need like an X because I don't have him on my friends list.
Who is it?
Guy we do a lot of runs with. I'm just saying, it looks like his fleet listing on the friends list is another fleet, so maybe
Oh.
he's...
Maybe found a place.
That would be why. Yeah, if
Yeah.
there's a fleet listed in his thing, yeah.
Well, let him know if he wants to jump over and join the fleet here. He's more than welcome, and we'll find room for him. And be happy to have him here. Speaking of, let's see how we're doing in Hughes Heroes here.
I'll see if he wants to join us on an ISA as well. while we're
That
at
would be
it.
good. Could definitely use that one.
He's pretty good at doing the science control stuff.
Oh, excellent. You know what? Let's.
Yeah, since Lexer's bailed out, I need to work on my. It need to be KDF. Thank you, Lexers.
Yeah, and we're not going private this time.
I'm being a little bit sarcastic.
A little? DT sarcastic? No. Check one more thing there while we're waiting.
I don't know if an ISC is something you run it because your character needs love. That would seem if you have an unprepared character that you have hatred for it.
Okay. I want to do that one. Let's see. Am I running any torps on this?
I don't know.
Yeah, I am. I've got 2 torps, so I don't want to get rid of that. Let's go with that.
So we got a full team. Uh-oh.
Really? Oh, I love that. Oh, yes. Excellent. Excellent, Smithers.
All right then.
Excellent.
Hey, Bob Bear. Wee woo. Hey, Bob Bear.
Yeah, I did some changes on the tank. I don't know how well it's going to work, but we'll find out.
We will. Wow. And I didn't disappear in the beaming. Woo.
Oh, this is a good day for you.
It is a good day for me.
Begin by destroying. Scanning the nanite track.
Take a shot behind the tank here, but I can still make this work.
How are we doing with the spheres?
I don't
This
see.
cube is done. We've got one cube left. I'm not seeing any spheres left.
In position.
Rally marker.
Well, you don't have to worry too much about rally markers, Mom.
Yay.
Load helps you now because I was running a tank here.
Okie dokie.
Move the truck.
Oops.
Move the cross.
Probe is closing in on a grid. Destroy it.
Nice.
Can't remember if I pressed pass.
I feel quite as tough, but
I know Dimac usually does, so we might be okay.
Well, that's nice for dilithium, though.
Sensors confirm that the
Yeah, I
transport
passed it.
conduit has been destroyed. However, our
Not too bad.
131, okay. Doing some of these changes significantly up by damage.
126. I'm happy. Excuse me,
I think that's a record
128.
for you.
It is. It's absolutely my best.
91.62 DT.
Good threat.
Very nice. Very nice. Good night, Cadargo. Have a great evening. Be safe. Don't get too depressed with the dark gray days and afternoons there. It will be sunny again.
Did you upload that one, Boom?
Not yet. Give me a sec.
I just wanted to check a couple things. I should have a pretty good electrical damage because I threw an ion storm generator on here.
Hey, Mar Hawkman, there was a keybind that Ed sent out some time ago, and I posted it in Discord. And let's see if I can find it really quick here.
It's uploading now.
Okay.
Let's see. All right.
Hey, it's let me invite him now.
Yeah.
I don't need to tell him about the channels.
Strike group channel or channel join strike group.
So, Mar Hawkman, if you jump into, where the heck is this one? I want to say it's on ship build off. Back on March 25th, there's a file marked Carl. Actually, it's marked spoiler message, but it's a keybind for something called Carl, which is sequencing everything on trays 9 and 10 off your space bar. And then it's up, down, left, and right for whatever you want to set them up for, respectively. I've got the down key as my oh heck key for desperation. Let's see what it's actually set up for here.
Well, boom, 0.36%. 0.36%. I think that's where you wanted to be. I think that's where you want to be as far as your attacks in.
Yeah, not too bad.
Just ignore me.
How do I what's the name of the what's the command to allow him to join the strike group chat?
You can just for the chat, it's chat settings. Do you want me to do that one?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind.
Sure, absolutely.
Just so we can kind of get involved properly.
Yeah.
What's his character name? Or what's it? It's DIM.
DIMMAKDDT.
Okay, I've invited him to the chat channel. Let me get back over here. So how's life treating you, Mr. Bob Bear? All is good, I hope?
Ooh.
What ooh?
I changed something on mine because I'm using the bubble razors, a damage over time thing. So I went to temporal as my secondary.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an ability in temporal called Anthropic Raider, which is like my third biggest damage on here. My damage over time went up, basically.
So I've got as my 2 specialization strategist and intelligence officer. Does that seem like decent enough for the...
Tanking, you want Miracle Worker.
Okay.
No ifs, ands, or buts.
Oh, see? Of course, everything's fully equipped, so no problems.
Yeah. Matter of fact, let's go over some of the things on your tank here. One of the things that helped me a lot. Obviously, you have the reiterative structural capacity. The other point, I threw it on here just to try it out with that. But the other one, the Overload SIF linkage, gives you a ridiculous amount of damage resistance.
Right, I'm just running out of places to put things. Something has to go every time we put
We're
something
going to
on.
be changing some stuff around.
Yeah.
3-piece discovery and good engines. We already took care of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, blah, 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 blah. You already got the work of fire control.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to take a look at what your ship has again, won't I? And there we go. Let's see here. Blah, 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 blah. DPRN. We don't have those. Don't have that. Actually, right now, I think your ship is good until we change ships on you.
Right. Right. I agree. So didn't somebody say something about they needed to level up a ship?
Yes, I have 2 ships I have to level up.
Well, there you go. I think I know what we should be doing next.
because the Starship we're pimping today, I won't answer advice, but the Starship we're pimping today is my own. I hate that.
God, this ship has a terrible turn arc. There we go. And back to Earth. Come on.
So what? I'm going to leave it up to the folks here. Which one do you think I should do first? Should I do the NX for preferential chart, or should I do the Dominion ship for the cannon ability?
Which Dominion ship is it?
Strike ship, Jem'Hadar strike ship.
Ooh.
Go for the kill.
Go for the kill.
Yeah. It's a
And
good
go
ship
for the
anyway.
ship.
Alright, I'll have to, since I didn't automatically switch weapons on this particular one.
I think I've got a ship that we didn't finish leveling, so I'm going to go grab it. Whee! Whee! There we go. Yeah, it's my legendary intel that we didn't finish leveling.
Oh, this will be fun.
Mm-hmm. What shall we put over there? My poor computer needs some help. It is an unhappy computer.
Why is your computer unhappy? What
I'm
have you
gonna
done to it?
betcha if I go and I look at this really quick here.
Did you touch your computer in the wrong place?
I did. Let's see. Well, actually, it's not as bad as I thought it was. It's got some free space, maybe 15% free space. And I'm at the point of what the heck do I clean up now to get it off of there? It's all the videos. They just suck up so much space, but it's what it is. Oh, I remember what somebody suggested, DT. They suggested we set up our booth as being a photo op place with all of the various green screen bridges that we've got available. But then we need a command center for people.
Then we would need a bigger green screen.
No, you just Photoshop it. Oh, you need a green background, but yeah. But, you know, that doesn't say anything game. That just says Star Trek. We need to say game. All right. I will do a little bit of work here for just a moment. Yeah, flaming targs. There we go. Probably should sit down this weekend and go through the rosters too while I'm at it.
Probably so.
Yep. I'm sure there's a few people who need a few promotions. Let's see. Boy, people I don't even know in our fleet. That's always scary.
Yeah, that is.
Wow.
You get that with a lot of things. I remember a couple of years ago when I was the only IT guy at the company, I literally knew everybody. Because I had to interact with everybody at some point. Whereas now, I'm just like, because I've got like a team underneath me, I'm just like, they'll mention someone, I'm like, who the fuck is that? Like, oh, it's so-and-so from Singapore. I'm like, we've got an office in Singapore now? I just...
Yeah.
I just don't know, because it's like when you go, and it's kind of fairly analogous, but like when you go to certain levels, I suppose, for lack of a better way to put it, the day-to-day that you used to get involved in, that you used to like, it just drops away without you realizing it. So I'm guessing it's the same for you. I'd imagine quite early on, you probably knew everybody by name. You'd probably gone out for drinks with everybody. Whereas now, you're just like, maybe what, 25% of the fleet, maybe, optimistically, that you actually know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like that at work today. I spent time doing a Zoom meeting with somebody, and they're like, well, you really want to make sure that all your people are checking in within, let's say, 5 minutes of their start time. And we're like, no, we trust them. And they're like, how big are you guys? Well, we're small. Yeah. Like family? Yeah. So you believe everybody comes in on time? Yeah. And if they don't? Well, we'll figure it out eventually that they're not there, because there's only 20 people, and it's really easy to figure out when one of the 20 is missing. Versus when we have 1,500 people. Then it's a little tougher. All right, Lexers. Lexers, where are you? Let's do it that way then. There's Lexers. I have no idea what Lexer's regular rank is. DT, do you know Lexer's regular rank?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Just trying to get a quick thing here done. Whoops.
For those
I'm ready to go.
Okay, looks like he's a commander. Oh, I just made him a commander, that's why. Come on, give me another one, Lexers. He's a captain, that's why. There we go.
So, Mom, am I correct in thinking you work in finance?
Yes, I do.
Well, if you don't mind me asking, what type of finance are you into?
Production.
Okay, supply chain sort of stuff.
Actually, no. That's a different group on the other side of the room. The other two people. Mine's more oversight of everything, so it's everything. But we're an engineering firm that does production of some large pieces. So in a given year, we might only produce 5 pieces of equipment. And that would be a really good year. So it's very large equipment. It's used for the disposal of contaminated biohazardous waste.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. Ready to go, Mom.
So yeah, there's the actual team that does all the purchasing, and then I work with the finance department that oversees the whole kit and caboodle. Which admittedly, it's an acquired taste. I kind of like it. But because I got bored this week, I started working on getting my certificate in data analysis. Because, what the heck else am I doing this afternoon?
As a question, and I don't know if this is one like from an outside looking in, but to me it kind of feels like everyone in finance I've worked with over the years are either amazingly good or amazingly bad.
This is correct.
There's never any in between. I mean, is it just because people it maybe attracts a certain type of people and they can't get past a certain level, or is there just like you're rubbish and all of a sudden you just like overnight go, it's suddenly amazing? Or is it just a perceptual thing on my part? I feel like our finance departments are half shit and half good.
Yeah, that tends to be it. We're pretty lucky in that because we're small, we have just the amazing side of it. But I have worked with companies where we'll have people who are freaking amazing and just awful people. And the thing is, the awful people think they're really good and they think they really have the grasp, but they don't have that next step beyond that takes them to amazing. And then it starts to wear at them that they're not there with the amazing ones and they start to turn into garbage. And yes, Mar Hawkman, that's exactly how it is with us.
Right.
Each manager is totally in charge of their team, and they do a great job. And they're pretty good about everything, but it's still very family. But yeah, you know what the Peter Principle is, correct?
No.
Oh, okay. The Peter Principle is a business principle that people will continue to rise in a corporation until they reach a level of incompetence where they will never go higher. The problem is once they're there, you can't get rid of them because you promoted them to that position. So you promote people into a level where they are incompetent. The people who are really amazing will either promote up into another level or they're wise enough to go, hey, I'm great here and you need me here. So don't try and promote me into something else.
So the Peter people would basically be salesmen? Sales managers?
Yeah.
Senior sales managers.
Yeah, senior sales managers would be an excellent description of it, yes.
I've never understood that. It's just like, we've got this person that's amazing at selling stuff to customers. I know, what should we do with them? Let's promote them into a position where they've got no experience, they've got no man management skills, and they have to do budgetary numbers. That's a good idea. That's not going to fail at all.
Right.
Every company does that. I don't get it.
They do, because a lot of companies will not pay a salesman the next level up of salary without giving them additional responsibilities. And so what they do is they take away their ability to be great salesmen by making them do things that they're not good at. But that's the only way they're going to get more money. So you get a person who's then not good at that set of skills, unable to do what they're really good at. You wind up putting more money into them, but you don't get your money back out of it because you shot yourself in the foot. Pay people good money, because This is what we hear at work all the time. We are paid, everybody in there is paid to produce the equipment. They're not paid to clean the bathrooms. They're not paid to hang the flags on the wall. We'll bring in people to do that. You guys focus on doing your job, and we will pay you because as you do your job right, we make more money, so you get more money. It is a really good business philosophy.
I mean, it's the inability sometimes for people to for managers in particular, to not understand what they've got working for them. So I always find to be one of the biggest wastes in business, like full stop. Because I remember, so the company I work for, we've gone through a lot of mergers and acquisitions.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was at the company, started at the company, we were called a completely different name. And there was a guy who I was reporting to at the time. He was like head of customer services or something like that. And he had the support team underneath him as well. Then he had IT, which is obviously my department, and a couple of others like contracts for some strange reason. Anyway, in the support department, we had this guy. He was extraordinarily good. He was very forward thinking. He picked up things really quickly, and he was the superstar of the department in many ways, of the support department in many ways.
Mm-hmm.
And he ended up getting a little bit disgruntled because he basically just went, you know what, I need to be earning a bit more. And we've got a kid on the way, like the usual kind of catalysts for this sort of thing.
Exactly.
And he basically wanted, so he got a job somewhere else, and he came back and was going, I've worked for this company for a while. I want to be fair. If you pay me another, what would it be, like $70 a month, I'll stay for another 12 months, and then I'll move, then we'll kind of reassess. So anyway, my manager at the time, he was just like, no, I just don't think you're worth it. I'm just going to let you go. It's like, okay, fine. So the guy goes, so he moves from basically a product support technician at the company that I'm at to a data center engineer, first line at a data center in the nearest city in the UK. Within 6 months, he had been promoted to head of the data center engineers, and by the end of his first year, he was chief technical architect for the entire data center company. This is the guy that my boss at the time went, I just don't think he's got the technical ability to do this, and I'm just like, are you fucking blind? It's just like, everyone was telling him, just pay him the additional money. It's $70. You spend more on that than coffee. It's absolutely ridiculous. And it's just like, if I think over the years, the number of people who've been, kind of let go just for such a small amount of money, it's ludicrous, the skill sets we've let go.
And more than that, well, you know how it is when you're trying to acquire a customer. Sometimes you have to reach out 20 or 30 times. What they say, on average, it's 27 touches before a customer will agree to buy. That is a huge investment. But it's the same with your employees. If you've got an employee who's good, you invest in him. You give him the opportunity to increase his skills and give you more back. You support him. You put those 27 touches out there. And it tends to, one, keep them loyal, keep them employed with you because you're investing in them. And that pays back to your company relatively quickly. What are you flying, DT? That looks gorgeous.
Jimador Tech. Jimador Starship.
Shoot, is that pretty. What kind of weapons?
Right now it's just my disruptors.
Ah, that was
Some
lovely.
disruptors, and I'll have some more talk on me just because I am going to set this up for what you're targeting later.
Yeah, so I've only been with the company I'm with now for 6 months, and they've shelled out some money to put me in through a couple of classes in SQL and some other things that they wanted me to do. Great. So then I turned around and reinvested a couple $100 to get some more training. Because, they're willing to do that for me. I'm willing to put some more out there. And as I said, now it's getting to where it's mutually beneficial. I'm getting some certificates that will help them, that'll help me. And I feel a greater loyalty to the company because of that.
Yeah, that's good. Have you started looking into Power BI yet?
No.
So if you're looking at data analytics and SQL, Power BI is the next logical step for you.
Power BI. Okay, I will do that.
It's basically it's a little bit more than this, but it's basically an analytical program that Microsoft creates at a basic level. You give it a data source, and you basically then create fancy looking dashboards that manipulate the data in different ways and surface stuff up. There's a
sweet.
plethora of stuff online for it, but SQL marries quite nicely with it. The thing with Power BI though is there is a desktop version which is pretty powerful, but if your company uses Office 365 so
Which we
that they
do.
have the hosted version, okay, brilliant, you can take advantage, if they've got the right licensing, of the machine learning backends for it. So you can tie Power BI sources into, like here's one of your SharePoint databases, here's your ERP database, hypothetically, if you've got it, say, in Dynamics, or if they've got something on-prem or somewhere else and they've got what's called the Power BI gateway. The gateway goes and pulls the information out and then pushes it into the Power BI platform, and then you basically use that to transform the data. So if you're looking into data analytics and it interests you,
Yes.
it's very fun and it's also lucrative right now.
That actually sounds fascinating. There's so much I'd like to do with the data that we are collecting, and sadly the data we aren't collecting yet.
I'll dig out some links in a minute
thanks.
And send them across, because I get involved with this sort of stuff from as a technical level. We have analysts working for us, and it's usually how do we plug this data source in? And I'm like, right, roughly like this. I'll schedule some project work for my team to do it for you, and then they basically go and make it look pretty with dashboards. That's basically what it is. Because let's be honest, when it comes to upper management, they don't know the nuts and bolts. They just want a pretty dashboard that they can put in a meeting slide and where they can nod their head and stroke their chins and go, yes, it looks like numbers. That's basically what they want. If you can master
That's
Power
it.
BI, you'll be amazing at doing that for them.
Oh, that sounds great. Yeah, I enjoy that aspect of my job so much. And it's interesting because I used to hate it, but now that I really am getting to understand its applicability in our business setting, it's just like, ooh, but we could do this if we understood that better. And now we're starting to figure it out. Or I'm starting to figure it out.
If you're looking at maybe doing some additional training on the side, I highly recommend getting a subscription to Udemy.
Oh, yeah.
Have you heard of Udemy?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've just renewed our year's license for my entire team to have it, and it's great because obviously I can just collate stuff really easy and just push it to one of the guys and go, right, this month you're learning about X and Y. But for Power BI stuff, I noticed a while ago they've got a lot of content on Power BI, starting from the basics to just using the app, to using the machine learning, to using all the other stuff.
Oh, cool.
So if you've got access to Udemy, then I recommend that as a starting point for Power BI.
Okay, I will do that. I usually have 2 to 3 hours every morning before the crush starts. So I try and put in at least an hour to 2 hours of just studying every morning. 2 days a week, it's insane. It's 10 hours nonstop. 2 days a week, it's pretty quiet in the morning.
I'm surprised, I'm not surprised. It's probably, and if you haven't already, and I know this is really going off topic for Starship Online, but just to kind of as a parting thought for this particular topic, in the top left of your SharePoint or your OneDrive are 9 dots.
Yeah.
Click on it and you'll see some immediate apps. At the bottom of that you'll see all apps. Click on that.
Okay.
There is a lot to the Office 365 platform, from Power BI to automation to to-do lists to other stuff, all completely designed to be no-code solutions to different stuff.
Wow.
If you just click around, you'll guarantee you'll find stuff that'll make your day-to-day job easier.
Wow. Well, thanks. I will definitely do that tomorrow. Besides, this is all Star Trek Online oriented. We're all nerds at some level.
Yeah, it's good, kind of a good point.
I mean, we're playing science fiction games and discussing the math behind everything. So yeah. So DT, I've basically moved everything over from the tank onto this ship.
Okay, we can play with that a little bit.
Well, yeah,
Actually, a pretty good base for a tank, though.
it's gonna need some tweaking.
It's not going to do the same stuff, but
I feel like I definitely have to boost the firepower on this, though. But that means taking up to the 6x. So I've got some extra slots.
yeah, it's legendary, so technically I kind of figured out legendaries are the infamous tier 7 ships. You think about it.
We'll see that soon enough, I fear. How soon, or how quickly did we go from T5 to T6? And now to T6X? I don't think so, dear.
Does the legendary Mirror Universe bundle ever go on offer?
Say that again, please?
Does the legendary Mirror Universe bundle ever go on offer?
I don't know. DT?
Does it ever go what?
Does it ever go on offer?
Yeah. Yeah, when they do new stuff and there's like ship sales.
For some reason I thought it was like 9,000 Zen, it's 6,000.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm like... I need to research it. If that makes a half-decent tank, that could be useful.
It makes a half-decent tank. It also gives you access to a lot of little extras like costume stuff and all that. As far as the legendary bundles, it's one of the better bundles. Because there's a lot of account unlock, lobby stuff, and things like that.
Yeah, I'm just reading there's a lot of uniforms. In fact, most of the list is uniforms.
Yes, but for people like DT who are into their costumes, that's a thing.
Seems like too much effort for me. It'd be nice if you were able to do, like, you know, hypothetically, if DT created a costume, if it had like a code of like 45A20.
Yes.
Then I could just type it in and go, oh look, I've got the same
I can
one.
literally send saves to people and they just load it in and load that in. As long as you're the same species.
Excellent work. We'll send over a pacification party.
Well, that was work.
For two of us.
Yeah, on Elite.
And welcome to
But that should have finished it up.
the K's up. We have the suspect in
I got some levels out here. Will be enough.
Well, I got it on this one.
Putting into new ROM list to find out.
All right. All those ships are leveled now. Have I got any more ships
And
in
Go
here?
for the Kill is leveled.
Ooh, I've got a bird of prey I've never leveled.
Well, technically I should do the NX for the preferential targeting trait.
Mm-hmm.
So let me sell some junk off.
Yep.
But I now have Go for the Kill. Alright. Cannon rapid fire is now going to be extended even more.
Of course, I still have my Gagarin. That would be a nice ship to get built up.
Gagarin is a
Very
good,
ship build.
you know, Gagarin can do a lot of things with it.
Don't have that much running, Mr. Computer. You shouldn't be that stressed out. Let's see. Oh, well, that's interesting.
What?
For some reason, my external hard drive isn't being seen. But it's running. There it is. All right.
Cooldown's gone, by the way.
Pardon?
Cooldown's gone, by the way.
Okie doke.
Just saying.
Just clean off a few more things here.
Back over, and we will.
Do you want me to attempt a tank, DT?
Please.
Give me a sec, let me swap over.
And that's interesting. Okay.
And there's a Wolfie going, hey, 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 Wolfie.
Hey, Wolfie. Hi, you're up late. Isn't it past
We're
your
early.
bedtime? Well, that's a little bit better. Give me 1 sec here.
Problem.
No, just checking for stuff.
Max, fellow Fleety is online. I've asked him if he wants to join us as well.
Make this a crazy run. I gotta check something here while we're doing that.
There we go.
Okay. Hey, Mom, did you know there was a way once you have your HUD kind of arranged how you want it to save it and load it to other characters?
No, I didn't.
I didn't until yesterday either.
Wow. How does one do this?
Go into your menu,
Which menu?
your options.
Okay. Alrighty.
Go to HUD.
Yep.
And then you'll see a button that says Save UI.
Ha! Well, there you go.
I'm going to try that later. Supposedly it's and then when you get to another character where you load UI.
Wow, somebody's here with a J. It makes me look teeny tiny.
J makes everything look teeny tiny.
Look at the size of that thing. It's so
Yeah,
pretty, but
But look
jeez.
at it this way. You can turn your ship around, go full speed, and probably ram right through it.
Yeah, we don't do the hold on maneuver. Night night, Wolfie. Get some rest.
I was thinking it was a Troy maneuver because Troy runs into things.
Yes, she
Gotcha.
does.
Imagine what it's going to be like when this promo event's over. There's going to be so many Enterprise J's.
I would not get an Enterprise J. I mean, my choices they're either going to be an actual regular promo ship if I don't get lucky or somebody looks on me with kindness, or it'd probably be some other bizarro ship.
Hey, speaking of, oh, I'll definitely look at that. Boom. Speaking of events, did I not see something about the new event?
Yeah,
Did you send that
going
to
to
me?
be Tholian.
Yeah.
No,
Where did I see that?
it was on stream yesterday, so it also
Okay,
went
so
out
it probably
on
wasn't-
Kel's Discord and a couple other low places.
Yeah, sometimes it's in his emails too. Let's see if I've gotten anything from him. Hey, Mudman, thank you for the follow. We appreciate that very much.
We do appreciate all the follows.
Yes, we do.
Follow, subscribe, give us money.
We'll take it. And Freelancer117, thank you for the follow as well. All right, let's see what we've got for... If I remember... I'm not seeing anything, so maybe it was on Twitter then. I don't think it was
I
on
know
Twitter.
I saw it on Reddit. So.
I saw it someplace I wasn't expecting to see it.
I was on his stream last night. So, remastered versions of Vault and Snared or Azure Nebula Rescue, which I really haven't done since I remastered it.
Well, we'll be doing it then, but that's nice. I like that one. Oh, thank you for the invitation, Boom. I accept. Yeah, I saw it and I couldn't read the detail.
Little bits on here. It's event campaign, of course. dilithium ore when you complete it. Play remastered version of Vault and Stared or Azure Nebula Rescue. It's slowly in trouble May 4th to May 25th.
So it'll be starting as soon as this one finishes up because well, I'm kind of glad because I asked if we could have more thematic ones. You know, could we focus on putting together things we don't usually see and keeping it with the theme? So I'll take credit for this one.
But I'll probably do an Azure Nebula Rescue because Vault and Snared. I haven't played the remastered one yet. I guess we'll have to do that before.
We
I guess
should.
we'll have to do that next week.
Well, why don't we do it this week? See how it is because it's still remastered.
Yeah. Might as well do it this week.
Absolutely.
After we get this done, I got another patrol to wipe out, another ship to level up, and once that's done, then it's just getting dilithium for trait slots. Ooh. Ah. Oh.
Yeah, let me jump back down to there. There we are.
I've queued us anyway, just to see what happens. If anyone pops up.
If anyone wants to join us, let us know.
No, the problem isn't that big by any stretch of the imagination. I just like it very much. Mudman 2020, GPL to spend in Dabo or to win in Dabo? It's the only reason I like having GPL is that way I don't have to spend real money on anything to get the endeavors.
You don't have to spend real fictional money. You can spend fake fictional money.
Yeah, so, you know, if it says you have to win 500 GPL, I'll put in like 10,000 on each one just to get rid of it.
Yeah, and you win.
I know,
big,
I do.
It's
like, come on. I'm trying to get rid of this stuff, not get more of it. Spin the wheel. There. I've always had a question, though, about spin the wheel.
What's the question?
Okay, you go down there. You talk to the bartender, right? Then you go over and talk to the lady, and she says, "Oh, go play Dabo and look innocent for a few minutes," right? And you win a Dabo.
Yep.
Do you win the Dabo every time? Does it count towards your Dabo accolade?
Nope.
Oh.
It's not really a win. Because right afterwards, I know you didn't really win that.
Man, that would be so nice. I could get done with that stupid accolade. Well, somebody's around here looking all cool. CDN safety guy. Looking around with this cool looking ship.
Somebody's pulled right up next to me.
Uh-huh.
I've been parked there for about 10 minutes. How bad your eyesight?
You're on the other side. I was looking at other things.
Ow.
I was looking at the announcement stuff. And Mom's in a different instance.
Of course. I'm with the cool guys.
You can't be because we're here.
Yeah. Clearly, you have a very twisted and wrong definition about the cool guys.
Apparently I do, yes. Yeah. I have so many commodities. And there's no reason to sell the commodities anymore because we don't use it and stuff. I really would love to see them come back to using commodities like for fleet projects. Wee woo.
Let's do this.
Managed to get Lutex to join us.
Oh, so I'm going to be trying to keep pace with Juggernaut again.
What is he flying?
VOD War Juggernaut.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
He gets like 400, 500, 600k almost every run and then goes, good game, but that wasn't a very good run for me. So like, that'd be an amazing run for anyone else.
Yeah.
That's alright. A couple of my highest DPS points is when we were running with him because I'm just trying to keep up with him. Gotta go step up.
Reminds me of when we used to do performances with some of our weapons, and we'd have like these two twins, 17-year-olds, and they would be lightning fast, and the rest of us would just be going, we got to keep up with them. We got to be as good as they are, and it would push us to our absolute maximum every time. But it's really cool.
The situation is grim.
Of course, the situation is grim.
And you warped into the system again.
I did.
Apparently, the patch may have helped you because it was server
Yeah,
stability.
it does seem to have.
Was a patch today?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Small one.
It's a small one. Server stability.
But yeah, it definitely helped me. Somebody doing a parse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Scanning the nanite trench. Got it. Additional data available.
Well, somebody's got guns on them.
The nanite probe will repair the trench. Stop them.
I'm just going to move across now because we're going through this so bloody quickly right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Probe is closing in on the trench. Destroy it.
Into position, but there's a sphere left. Okay, the sphere is now moving in. Okay.
Well timed heal, Mom.
Pardon?
Well timed heal.
Glad to hear it. Reflexive, I wasn't paying attention. I'm just constantly trying to get my heels out there.
Yeah, I never got like I always get big things.
3 pinks of blood wine, eh, Mark Hockman?
425. Not a record for this ship, but again, proof that it's a 400k ship.
Very nice. Very nice indeed.
Disrupted. We will need to send an away team there.
I'll take the 115.
I shouldn't have asked you that.
You shouldn't have.
Yeah, after
Because it's not an answer you really want.
In fair play to him. He's getting them sort of numbers and he wants to do some runs with us. It's not often you get a high DPS player wanting to do runs with the rest of us, is it? So,
Yeah, it was very nice.
Seems pretty friendly. I mean, he seems to be busy quite often. It's maybe like one time in 10 that he's actually able to do something with us, but seems a good guy.
Yeah, definitely. All right, we were talking.
I
I'm
know he
sorry.
pushes me.
All right, what next, folks? Actually, let's do a really quick commercial break here.
Okay. Don't go away.
Yes.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Hey, and just remember, if you don't like the commercials, well, there's a way around this. All right.
Yeah.
We'll be back in 3 minutes. As soon as I find the button that says 3 minutes. Beam. There we go. And we are back, everybody. Welcome back from the commercial break. We were just chatting about trying to get more people into trying ISE. Because I will say that first few hundred times I tried, I was scared to death.
Now that you've been running with us, it's like, I can do this.
Yeah, I'm not going to be the top by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm not the bottom either. Well, I'm frequently the bottom, but it's a respectable bottom.
Yeah, I mean you're doing like I do in my tank build. My tank build, my goal was to grab threat and grab and survive threat and be able to do roughly about 100k in damage.
Yeah.
I mean,
mostly so I can grab and hold threat.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the other way to think about it is it's like many things in life. Is it's like, yeah, if you've done it 300 or 400 times and you've just been terrified of it, and it's the same with anybody. If they've just started off and they're doing ice and they get their ass handed to them, it's going to put you off.
Oh,
But
yeah.
you need to be able to do it, to learn about it, to learn how to get better. So that's why if you're running with a reasonable 4-man team, so you've got two reasonably good DPSs that are getting 150 to 200k plus each, and then you've got a decent tank and a decent control science, you can almost 9 times out of 10 you can nanny a low DPS player through,
Yeah.
because they don't have to worry about the damage or the positioning quite as much. They can just kind of get used to it. So I think if we all got into the habit of going, maybe kind of add that to some of the rotations of stuff that we do. Maybe just go, let's add that to the rotation. Let's get somebody who wants to get involved in this kind of aspect of the game.
Yeah.
And we just commit to nannying them through so they can get better, get more involved. And
part of it is
Absolutely.
on my Starship stuff we do, because we go through, we kind of build stuff so they can get more DPS and get going.
Yeah, and if you know you're going out with a
It's a
team...
success story for that one.
Yeah, exactly. Well, last night we were having rank promotion, and one of the kids was terrified. He was a white belt, and he was almost to the point of tears because there's that thought of failure and the social pressure from everybody else who's clearly already succeeded in getting above whatever he's at, white belt. And rather than people laughing at him when he didn't do something exactly right or criticizing him, we had a panel of 7 or 8 high-ranking masters, senior masters, grandmasters, all going, you can do that. Okay. What do you do? How do you do this? Give us your best answer. No one's going to laugh at you. No one's going to put you down. And just encouraging him so the next time he's there, it won't be so terrifying. I think it's the same way with the approach we've got to supporting one another, going out on these more adventurous ones where if I went out with a bunch of strangers, I wouldn't want to do it because, they're going to laugh at me.
yeah.
And I know if I go out with you guys, you'll laugh at me for what I do wrong, but then you'll promptly tell me that this is how to fix it.
Right.
This is how to do it better. And it
I mean,
definitely
usually,
makes
in
it
all
easier.
fairness, it's not your fault. Usually it's Mark's fault, even when he's not online. But
Or Pie's. Pie's fault too.
Pie's, yeah.
Gotta blame Pie.
there is a hierarchy of fault.
Yes, there is. I still think we need to have a T-shirt that's like, it's Pie's fault with a big X in it. It's Frost's fault, big X in it. It's DT's fault, big X in it.
I'd be up for that.
Yep. So there's our first piece of merchandise, DT, for the fleet. Make coffee cups and T-shirts of it's so-and-so's fault.
Is it karate that you do?
I do, the one I'm testing for right now is Hapkido, and I've got a 4th degree black belt in Taekwondo.
Okay.
But what are you going to do later on? I just can't see you teaching karate at the YMCA.
No, never at the Y. I actually used to steal students from the Y because they'd get them their black belts in a year, and they'd come to see me, and I'm like, yeah, no.
Interestingly, well, maybe not interestingly, my uncle is on the World Council for Judo.
Oh, sweet.
It's mental. He's in his 70s and he'd still kick the crap out of anybody.
Oh, no kidding.
He's absolutely insane, because you look at him and you just go, he's just like a normal, reasonably fit, older gentleman. But she's like, yeah, like even when I was in my prime, I'm just like, yeah, I'm not messing with John.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not wind him up as much, eh? Let's just get him a pint of beer and call it a day. He's insane though, because like I guess it's the same over here, like in the given fields. But here, I remember he used to go to like the UK council meetings in a place called Rotherham, and then twice a year the global council would pay for him and one other to fly out to Kyoto to basically go, and now we're going to discuss like the changes within the sport, the new forms, the new rules, the new all stuff like that. And I'm just like, considering that came from basically a hobby that he started like 40 or 50 years before, and they're now paying for him to fly across the world several times a year. That is an absolutely insane achievement.
That 40 to 50 years of doing it, I mean, I've been doing this for 20 years, and I know I'm just a rookie because I work with people who have done it 50 and 60 years, and the amount of practice and knowledge that they've acquired is unbelievable. They know more and have forgotten more than I will ever know. So it's amazing. We had a gentleman who came in and taught a different style of Hapkido when I was teaching out in Illinois, and he would come in for 1-2 days per year for a clinic, and people would come in from all over the country just to train with this guy, and we were invited there as guests, and he beat the snot out of all of us, and be like, we're doing one thing, and all of a sudden you're on the ground and in pain, and I had no idea how I got to the ground. So I have a slightly different version of Hapkido that we study, but basically it's joint locking and manipulation and a lot of throwing people around the room. But it's fun. And it's still your fault, Pi. You were lurking. I saw you leave. I figured we could talk smack about you.
So, Pi, apparently even when it's not your fault, it is your fault.
Would make a great t-shirt. Good coffee cup, too.
I mean, another way to phrase it is it's not Pi's fault. Pi is the fault.
Aha! There we go.
Technically, you volunteered at one point for Pimp My Starship, and then you just don't show up, man.
He's got a job. Oh, when's your next week off or time off, Pi, so we can figure out a day to do something?
Figure out how we're going to publicly embarrass him and all that.
Weeks from now. From weeks from now? Ugh. Ugh. Night shifts. Ugh. Okay, Only the Best has slotted a full board of fleet projects for fleet credit conversions. So let's take a look and see what the heck he's talking about here. Only the Best. Looks like everything's filled up in that one. So we've got slots open in the Lithium Mine, Embassy, K-13, Research Labs, Spire, and Starbase. Starbase is already filled. But everything else, if you've got marks to burn, they're looking for marks. They're looking for dilithium. They are looking for EC. They're looking for provisions for those of you sitting on those provisions. Ugh.
Marks on the front on one of the feds.
Pardon? This is all fed.
On which fleet?
Only the Best.
Right, time to run across the
I
ring.
threw some stuff in a couple, but I didn't fill anything out, so there's room for everybody else.
Okay. Pyth and Flaming Targs need fleet marks in a research project. Yes.
Flaming Targs always need marks.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I have to do my red alerts yet.
We are Flaming Targ. I gotta do a red alert on the babysitting account.
I have to do it on both of mine. Let me go in here and go to Only the Best. And not that one. What did I say they needed?
But I did get my stuff done. I got my tech upgrade and all that. Hooray!
I have 300 embassy provisions. I am filling those up.
Did you run it a second time, DT?
Yeah, I did.
Good. It still baffles me. I go on to Mark about this every time. It's like, oh, I can't be bothered doing the event. You only get a bit of dilithium, but you get ultimate tech upgrades for doing like 10 seconds of work a day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he complains I just don't have that trait. I'm like, you would have it if you just did the fucking event.
If you do the event, you get all this stuff. How do you think I got 3 ships up to Epic? Ultimate tech upgrades, man. Phoenix stuff. Extra dilithium from all these events.
I mean, isn't the unofficial rule is like, do the event even if you don't like the event, because you never know. The thing that you get from it could actually become the next meta.
Yeah, exactly.
It was shocking.
Back in the day, there was some prize ship. Everybody had it. And Ed did a dirt cheap, excellent build on it, and it was just one of those. I didn't realize you could do that with that.
So, Mom, do you want you want to run with the alt account, with the Natasha account that I'm babysitting for this red alert, or do you want to do it yourself?
I can go do a fleet with you, or sorry, red alert with you. Are you Federation or KDF?
You're on a Federation character.
I can go and do it. So you're on Fed? Let me switch.
Since you gotta get yours done, I gotta get mine done for 2 more days on this character. So
Yeah, I haven't even looked at that. I got so screwed up with taking class last night.
yeah, you probably have 2 more if you haven't catching some cooldown stuff with all the travel.
Yeah, this will be the last one. So I will
Good for
run.
you. All right.
This is 10 of 10. Munch team me. I'm on Kethja.
Until she gets better internet access back, I did promise I'd do the event stuff for her.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still got to get in touch and find out what she wants as far as a Delta recruit, because we got a couple more days for that.
Yeah, Delta recruit is through next Thursday, isn't it?
I've already created like one Romulan alien science Delta recruit that I've got to the point where you get that horrible little cutscene and the transponder thing. Is there anything more I need to be doing before this event's over?
Yeah, as long as you get to that point.
As long as you get the transponder, you're good.
Yep.
Till
And you can do everything else later.
Tholian or Borg.
Yeah, cue them both, see what pops.
Probably Borg.
Borg. First thing in the morning, it's almost always Tholians, and it's one of those in-out, under a minute things.
Right, I'm going to call it a night.
All right.
Yeah, it's been fun
Thanks.
running with you.
It has been a blast, Boom. Have a great night, and I will talk to you a little bit later and probably offline about the BI, because that sounds super interesting.
Yeah, feel free to kind of ping me on any of that
I
sort
will.
of stuff. It's, I'm helping guys and gals in the business all the time with directions to go in or links. I read a lot of stuff in that particular area, so
Thanks.
feel free
Yeah,
to ping me whenever.
it was really interesting to take that look at it, but starting up this classwork on it has been fascinating. So yeah, I'll be in touch.
Yeah, we're good. Right, stay safe.
You too. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, there they are. Nope, we got the 4. Okay. Ooh, your mic just did something weird.
Because I'm not facing my mic right now.
Ah, okay.
I'd have to talk a little bit louder. Is this a little better?
Yep, that's better. It was just cutting out in a weird way. What annoys me is I can't target the regeneration probe sometimes. Well, that was easy.
Yep. That worked rather well.
Mm-hmm. And, if we did that right, I need to go back and do one again in just a moment. And then I have to go to my other account and do 2 in a row. So, if I did that right, there we go.
Have to do some checking on this one. I think it's only at 9, because it's Sometimes I get real busy, I forget to do it. Logging on the other computer and do it.
So there's an ultimate tech upgrade.
Ship upgrade. Yeah, one more day on this one, so.
And a spec point.
Yep. Yep.
Where did the ship upgrade go, though? That is a good question. Alright, so now I have to do it again to get that 8,000 sweet, sweet dilithium. Then rinse and repeat on the other account. So would you like to join me again?
Sure, let me go to this one and you can use some dilithium.
Okie doke.
Won't be 8,000, that's a little bit.
It's dilithium. It helps.
Exactly. And now that I'm back over here, I sound a little better, I bet.
You sure do. And who shall I invite?
Daniel.
Daniel.
I'll put next up.
There you go. Well, I guess it's going to be Borg again, isn't it?
Apparently so.
I couldn't even get to the Tholian to hit the X, and it had already gone to Borgies. For those of you playing at home, don't forget once you get your whatever the prize is, immediately go back and do it again for the dilithium. But you have to claim the prize, otherwise it doesn't convert to dilithium.
It's almost like a second event starts the moment the first one done.
Yep. Bright light. And this is another tune that deserves having an upgrade. But I've still got him on the Rizian weather ship, so I have to go put him on a better ship. Oopsie.
Going over your way.
I got it.
Okay, heading up to those up top.
Whoa. I'll just stay here for a moment and do a little healing. Well, That's just silly.
I know.
Bear with me while I jump over to my other account here.
No, no problem.
Providing I can get out. Go. And we're back. Oh, and Gornalicious does not need any dilithium, but he does need some marks. So I'm going to do this on a KDF. Do you want to join me on a KDF for one? Or just wait a moment?
Sure.
Hi, swear I'm not wasted. I thought you were working tonight, dear. Are you already done with your work?
I think I will change over to a KDF.
Okie doke.
And I will change over to a KDF that I'm building another tank on.
Excellent.
So we're going to go out with the D Daradex.
Well, the D Daradex is darned awesome. It's delicious.
As I said the other day, the ship does not turn. Instead, we turn the universe around the ship. It's faster that way.
I think Mark Hawkman put it at turn rate solar system or something like that. And who shall I invite? Akarin? That one.
Yep.
All right, let's see what's coming up here. Yeah, this is 9 of 10 also. I'll hit the Tholians first this time.
All right.
And then I'll hit the Borg and see what pops up. It's still
Borg.
Borgies, of course.
But my goal, and I will need as much help as I can with this goal, will be a KDF, Riemann, and a D Daradex being a tank.
What are you going to do for weapons type? You're going to go classic
wanted to-
disruptors?
I wanted to go Borg Plasma.
Wow. Okay.
I have a couple of arrays, but I need a few more arrays down the road.
Well, somebody's got some pew-pew on them. Is that you?
No.
Yeah. Somebody was just playing cannons with that one. So beams then?
Yeah, I'm doing beams. It's a D Daradex. I kind of gotta go with the beams.
Yeah, I know what you mean, so I'm not wasted. I haven't played Gorny in so long. It's so nice to have him out again. But he's sitting on 1 million in unprocessed ore, so... Because he hit level 5 on all of the reputations the same day.
Yep, that's always a good way to do it.
It is. That's 2. Let's go get that one over there. Diffusive arrays, yeah, they can be great. As with everything, all depends on what you put with it.
Defensive capabilities are unable to withstand us. Lower your shields and await assimilation.
I assume you mean Tetrion diffusive arrays, right? Tetrions are weird. Tetrions are great for stripping down the shields on your opponent's ships. So you've got to have a fairly solid build to be able to do that. Make sure you've got the power to do it, and then be able to come up with a decent weapon behind it. So I've got a straight Tetrion build that I actually love.
All right.
It needs to get tweaked now. It's been a while since I first built it, but yeah, you can make a Tetrion ship. I know people laugh at Tetrions, but they have a place.
It's like we told Vera once.
Yeah. Once. We gave him so much grief about his Tetrion build, but you can actually make a good one.
Yeah. Problem is, he's been away for so long.
He was back last week,
I
briefly.
know.
And I've got his home phone number so we can just chat with him when we need to. There you go. Nice. Phasers give you lots of options because there's so much in the way of consoles and gear that supports it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I said, I'm trying to do something different here. I've done phaser, disruptor's a good one, anti-proton's a good one. Plasma you don't see too often. That's why I was thinking I'm going to try.
Yeah, I have 2 plasma builds, both of which I like. I have my dedicated Tetrion Avenger, which I use anytime I've got a Tetrion endeavor to do. And that's why I built it, was just to have one absolutely dedicated to it. But as I said, the function with Tetrions is that they weaken and damage shields so that your other weapons have got an effectiveness. But in and of themselves, I don't think they're that effective of a weapon. So that's where you want to think about, combine that Tetrion with... Oh, come on. What are the 2 functions that strip off shields? Vulnerability locator. Vulnerability...
Exploiter locator is crit
No,
chance.
there's
Exploiter is
a...
crit damage.
No, not that one, but there is actually a console that does a sweep vulnerability sweep.
No, it's not a console. It's a ability.
It's an ability.
Vulnerability assessments.
Yeah,
Tactical officer ability.
It is a nice little add-on to go with it. And what's the other one that can strip down shields that we use on the Breach? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, when they do that point, it's a science ability, and that's... Oh, I gotta look it up again.
Yeah.
Because I can't... Subnucleonic beam, which
Subnucleonic beam,
takes
yes.
which takes off their invulnerability.
Mm-hmm. So
or when you're fighting a board queen, a feedback pulse.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
She's preparing a feedback pulse. No, she's not.
Not anymore. She's not. So yeah, you can make things work together that way. I have to do one more event run. Do you want to do... I'm going to do this one on Federation. Do you want to join me for a Fed?
Sure.
Okay.
Change over to some Fed. I don't know what Fed.
Oh, hang on.
It'll be some Fed.
Oh, I need to grab the prize first. There we go.
I think I'm going to take out...
Question is, where does it put the experimental token? Tells me I got an experimental token, but it doesn't tell me where I put it.
Usually drops into your inventory if...
Unless it's in a box.
Could be in the box. I haven't even looked at mine today to find out, so...
Because I've got the spec point.
I'll be on Captain Rogers.
Okay, give me one sec here. Yeah, I don't see the... Oh, I've got them there. Okay, I already had some in my inventory. Maybe it just added it to it. All right, let me grab Mr. Rogers here.
For day in the neighborhood, kid.
You've seen the one with Gowron as Mr. Rogers, haven't you?
Glory to your neighborhood. And your house.
I usually leave mine in my account storage too. The problem is that,
Yeah.
actually, if I was smart... Wee woo!
Tholians.
Yeah, I want to go Tholian. The one I really enjoy, is it... It's not the Nakul. It's the... Oh, it is the Nakul. I like that one. It's a little bit longer, and you get to shoot at more things.
I gotta actually go to, and I think I might need an invite to the Strike Group Fleet Spire Mob.
Oh, okay. Well,
I
once
need to
I'm...
pick up for this character for the build another vulnerability locator.
Okay.
An ancillary can't do that.
We probably can figure out some way to get you over there. I'm sure that can happen.
I'm sure.
I came over here to the bank for a reason.
As we're waiting to beam out.
Mm-hmm. But I had a reason to come stand over here. Oh, that was it. I was going to look at the epic, or the slots.
And here we go.
Oh, very nice. Swarm not wasted. Yes, definitely. Assimilated beam arrays could be very fun.
Yeah, I want to do a simulated beam arrays on the Romulan tank build.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. One problem I always have this one, it takes me so long to load into this map. And then suddenly everything stopped firing.
Yeah. This map became super quiet all of a sudden there.
One tarantula dead. Two tarantula dead.
My ship almost dead. Let's see if I got any heals set up on here. I do not. Good on me.
Ooh, simulated beam arrays are always good, though.
Mm-hmm. It's bank slots or inventory slots. Yeah, it's a tough one. Was thinking it might be account slots. Should see how much
Count
those...
slots would be better, yeah.
Yeah,
They're a little more, but they're better.
they were free, so I'm not in a position to argue too much. Go. Ooh, 1,000 Zen for 10 slots, but it's probably worth it, right? Right.
It really is.
I know why those are there. Go. Wow, this tune only has 60,000 fleet credits. It's so teeny tiny compared to some of my tunes.
Yeah. I got like a 500,000 fleet credits. That's another thing which is gets expensive.
Oh yeah. Well, DT, should we call it? Since it seems to be a good ending point here, and it's
I
almost
think
our
we're at a
regular
good
time.
ending point, yeah.
Alrighty. Probably on this weekend sometime, but I don't know when.
No problem.
Okay.
We may jump on, we may jump off. You don't know. Stay tuned. Otherwise, you will see Mom Monday morning and both of us Monday evening.
Right.
So,
I will be on tomorrow morning, but I may stay in town this weekend to try and recover from basically 2,000 miles of driving this week. I'm tired of driving.
Yeah.
Week and a half. All right,
And a broken
everybody.
toe.
Pardon?
And a broken toe.
And a broken toe. It actually doesn't hurt. It's just swollen and dark purple. Looks awesome. Doesn't hurt. Darn it. All right, everybody. On behalf of the Darkmom Consortium, I want to thank everyone who joined us tonight. For those of you who aren't with us tonight but are listening, because we know you're out there, we love you. We're worried about you. We'll see you soon. All right, everyone. Have a great night. Be safe.
Same Darkmom time, same Darkmom channel.
Kapow. Bang. Pew.